What's up, guys? It's Benny. Careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. The Libs were celebrating today because Donald Trump pulled the nomination for a man named Ed Martin. He was Donald Trump's U.S. attorney for D.C. Here he is this afternoon getting spit on by a feral leftist who decided to just spit on him on camera on Newsmax here during an interview. I hope that this gets charged for immediate prosecution by the next person who gets nominated for this role. Here's Mike Davis saying, "No pick for U.S. District Attorney yet. We've seen no white smoke at the White House, except for, well, ladies and gentlemen, again, careful what you wish for, Libs, because in Donald Trump's America, there's just more winning around the corner. Even when you think you're victorious, Trump's got the card up his sleeves. Donald Trump turns to Fox News's Jeanine Pirro for D.C. District Attorney after cutting Ed Martin. Yes, amazing, please, says Mike Davis, and now it has been confirmed. Judge Jeanine will be serving as the District Attorney for Washington, D.C. District of Columbia. President Trump has picked Fox News host Jeanine Pirro for interim U.S. District Attorney. Hours after pulling nomination for Ed Martin, the president confirmed this on Truth Social Thursday evening. The job is Pirro's to have if she wants it, the senior administration official told Axios. ABC News first reported she was being seriously considered. Pirro is a longtime Trump ally who would replace Martin, MAGA true believer, whose leniency towards January 6th Capitol rioters lost him key Republican support in the Senate. More on that in a second. In announcing his selection, Trump paid tribute to Pirro's background, assistant district attorney in Washington, in Westchester, New York, county judge and district attorney, and noted that she was the first woman to be elected to those positions. During her time in office, Jeanine was a powerful crusader for the victims of crime. Her establishment of Domestic Violence Bureau in her prosecutor's office was the first in the nation. He praised Pirro for excelling in all ways and noted her career on Fox News as a vocal Trump supporter. Jeanine's incredibly well qualified for her position, and this is considered one of the top district attorneys in the history of the state of New York. She is in a class all by herself. Trump told reporters on Thursday in the Oval Office that Martin wasn't getting the support. He expressed disappointment in this. Hopefully, we can bring him into the DOJ or whatever in this capacity. The final blow came when Tom Tillis on Thursday said, "I have no tolerance for anybody who entered the building on January 6th. Okay. What a complete and total cuck. A fire-breathing conservative podcaster, Martin was already on thin ice with Senate Judiciary Committee after failing originally disclose his appearances on Russian state media. Trump said that he would announce his replacement over the next 2 days, and that will be great. Pirro is a former judge in New York. She's a good friend of both Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi. Martin has served as an attack dog in this controversial position, and this is something that clearly is going to be, well, wild. President Trump has regularly been selecting his favorite Fox News personalities. Pam Bondi was regular on Fox News. Obviously, Kash Patel was regular on Fox News. Dan Bongino had a show on Fox News. And, well, Pete Hegseth also had a show on Fox News. It's like the Fox News administration. Congratulations, Judge Jeanine. Congratulations, Judge Jeanine. Donald Trump selects Judge Jeanine. Here's Trump's announcement. And Judge Jeanine getting laws of plaudit. Next U.S. attorney. This reaction will be glorious. This would not be dull. My old colleague, Judge Jeanine, who was a prosecutor and a judge before a TV host, as Greta Van Susteren. She's obviously appealing to Republicans to vote her in permanently, right? So Donald Trump can appoint, but you need the Senate to confirm. So we have 120 days for the Senate to confirm. Okay, let's get Judge Jeanine Pirro confirmed as U.S. attorney for D.C. We have no time to waste, and we don't want to give Judge Boasberg any chance to make this appointment. Wow. So you'd be going against Judge Jeanine. Fox News says that she is accepting the role and that she will be taking a leave of absence from Fox News. So this is official. Judge Jeanine's last post was about the Pope. God bless the new American Pope, she says. First time in 2,000 years of Christianity, we have a Pope from America. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one more little thing. Let's go ahead and listen to Mike Davis's take on this, because obviously Mike Davis is somebody that, well, is the last word for our show when it comes to, well, what is correct in law and order. And then we have a couple of Judge Jeanine fireball clips for you, showing you exactly why she'd be a great choice for this role. Judge Jeanine is truly a patriot for stepping forward to serve in this crucial temporary post. As a former judge and prosecutor, she's clearly in the league of her own with her qualifications. Let's hope President Trump can convince her to stay for all 4 years. D.C. residents, particularly poor black families trapped in crime-ridden neighborhoods, are the biggest winners, and D.C. criminals should scatter out of D.C. like rats, says Mike Davis. Good. I hope that Ed Martin gets put into an excellent selected position. I hope that we're able to get live Judge Jeanine meltdowns too from her new office. Judge Jeanine, a freaking bulldog. She takes no S from Democrats. Here she is up against the Jessica Tavlov on the 5, and she has her way with her. All right, your new district attorney in D.C., ladies and gentlemen, Judge Jeanine.
Speak to us anymore. The Democrats are the party of hate. The Democrats are the party that said he's a Putin asset, he's a Russian puppet. The Democrats are the ones who signed affidavits and lied to a court so that they could spy on a president of the United States. The Democrats are the ones who said that we're destroying democracy. Let me tell you something about Donald Trump. Let me tell you something about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of the most generous people you'll ever meet. He does all kinds of things that people have no idea about. And by the way, if he were selfish, he'd take his money and tell all of us to go F ourselves based upon the way this country has treated him. This guy got shot.
About him
Don't tell me he's selfish.
Are absolute fools.
No, let me tell you something. Donald Trump is the only one who moved the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He's the only one who got the Abraham Accord.
Why aren't Jews voting for him?
I'm not going to fight with you anymore, Jessica, but I know the man and the facts rely and belie anything you say.
Apparently, I have stirred up a little something, Jesse.
I would call it a hornet's nest.
Oh,
yeah.
Never heard that.
What does that make us? Even if that was a bad representation by Trump, it has to be to their detriment. Who lost? No one. And what New York is saying now is not only are we not going to keep you safe from the super gangs, the MS-13 and the Tranaruga or whatever they're called, right out here, 2 blocks away, which is why I won't even walk outside anymore. But what they're saying is that with Amazon and AOC, we don't want business in New York. They were going to get a $1.5 million tax break, and AOC went ballistic. We lost $4 billion in wages, 25,000 jobs, and $12.1 billion in benefits that would have been to New York businesses and to New Yorkers. This Letitia James is out of control. She is unethical. She is inept. You do not pick a person and say, I will find a crime. I don't like you. I'm going to find. We've got all this crime going out here, and this woman's after Donald Trump. Shame on her and all of them.
How do you think the business